Trenton 3D Session 6 in collaboration with Isles Inc., project funded by Neighborhood Revitalization Credit and the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs. So today we're going to talk about 3D printing. So these past couple of sessions, we've just been teaching about modeling on Rhino. There's several other software packages, including ZBrush. I showed you a little ZBrush. But there's software packages like Blender and Maya and a bunch of other different ones. And basically, that's the way you design the models are on those software packages. And then we want to output into a 3D printer that's going to three-dimensionally print the object. So I have some samples here. This basically is a perfume cap that I did for Jay-Z for his gold collection. And what you're seeing here is actually there's a blue material and a red material. And the blue material is basically what I want to cast with, and the red material is what supports the model as it's growing, layer by layer, using jets. This one was using almost like an inkjet printer, but printing like a three-dimensional wax, and it keeps putting layer after layer, and it just keeps printing it. And then when I melt the red wax away, I'm left with a blue wax. I don't have the actual blue wax for the cap, but you're left with the blue wax, which is what we're going to cast in silver, gold, platinum, whatever the metals that we want. And here was the actual cap sample for Jay-Z. It says power, strength, confidence. It has all the text around it. So all that detail comes out really great. And this is what we use those 3D packages to create it with. So the whole concept of having it with two materials in the beginning is what I want you to understand. This allows for the growing of it to be held up while the machine is printing. There's another type of printing which uses plastic. So this is an example of a plastic part that's printed, and this would have sprues, basically like little parts holding it up. Instead of coming in two materials, it comes in one material, but then it'll have a bunch of different little plastics that you break off afterwards, and that grows the model. Let me see if I have one with the sprues on it already. Unfortunately, I don't have one with sprues on it, but it basically, it starts from the base and then it holds the whole head portion up while it's printing. Now, these are castable resins, and this is castable wax. And what does that mean? It means that when we put this in a flask on a tree of wax, and we want to, we pour investment in it and we harden it, we melt out the wax, and we pour the metal in it, whatever this pattern is will end up being gold, silver, or whatever the metal that we're pouring and casting it. And then once we remove the investment, we clip it, and that's how we start to make jewelry pieces out of it. So the point of what I'm trying to say is there's several different types of printers. One is using a single material, one uses the dual material. I happen to like the dual material printers because it doesn't interfere with the design. When you have these plastic resin printers, the sprues generally get in the way of the design at times and can, end up in the worst possible position. So, but these dual wax materialed printers are more expensive, and a little bit, you have to have two materials, and it's just a little more difficult to work with. But in the end of the day, these printers have gotten a little bit easier to work with as it goes to the next generation and next generation. They've come down in price, and depending on what you're doing, you can get away with a one material 3D printer like a Forms Lab or one of these 3D system printers for around $3,000 to $4,000, and you're on your way of printing castable parts to make jewelry. Whereas a Solidscape, which makes those two material parts, easily $35,000, if not more, for one of those printers. So, it's much easier on the pocketbook to go with the single material 3D printer. Now, I'll show you their website so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about here. So let me go and share the screen here right now. And we'll go to, let's just type in, don't mind the salsa, Solidscape printer. So here we go. We'll go into Solidscape. Let's take a look at their website real fast. Just loading. All right. Score the best 3D printer for your jewelry and free material for a year. That's how they sucker you in. Anyway, so let's take a look at one of their printers, and they'll give you an idea of what I was talking about, hopefully. It's going to load. There we go. It's loading. Here's a casting tree where you would attach the parts. Wow, look at that cool design. So, it is very, nice resolution, and you're able to do some wild designs. And, I'll show you how to make a ring like this in session number 256 in the year 2010. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so I highly recommend checking out this website, Solidscape, to take a look at the different printers they have. And I guess they talk about the materials as well, the castable materials, and here's the printing, 3D printing wax. Let's see what they say here. So you can see it grows into two materials. You have the blue wax is what's the one that you use to cast, and the red wax is what used to hold the different parts of the design up while it's printing. And you can, like, they're showing the crisp details. You have scroll work, you have sharp edges, you have cutouts, you have all these different aspects of the model that comes out really nice quality. So when you cast a piece like this, it's going to come out really cool. All right, so that's one that I would take a look at. And then another one I would check out is the Form Labs. Form Labs, here we go. We're going to Form Labs printer. Let's go to their homepage. Here we go. So the Form 3, this is the basic one. This is a one-piece printing, one material printer. So let's see if they show some. We go into the industries under jewelry. Let's see if they show it with the sprues. And it keeps showing without the sprues. I want to show you sprues. Let's see, maybe I can say jewelry resin prints. Let's see if that can pull up what I want to see with the sprues. Okay, there you go. There's some sprues right there. Resin prints. All right, so I'll pull this one up. Let's see if that image comes up. There you go. So you see in the bottom, you see the little sprues that are coming up. Those are there to hold the parts up while it's growing. You see it's one big base plate and it grows up. So a ring like an eternity band, which has a design going all the way around, that becomes problematic. Again, it's a big price difference. So sometimes you can get away with maybe printing two halves, putting it together in the metal. But overall, I think, you can get away with it, as starting out. So again, not a huge investment compared to the Solidscape, or you can go to this company here, shapeways.com. So you can, once you have your models, and I'm going to teach you how to export into an STL before the end of this sessions. Here you're at shapeways.com. You can upload your design, and then they print it in a ton of different materials. So you have wax casting. You can also get them in metals or 3D printed materials. So let's see. Let's take a look at this white material here. So you can see the parts are white and it's 3D printed in plastic. This is not something that you're going to want to cast in. So again, it's better to get the parts in wax if you want to do castings. But these clear parts are good for prototyping consumer goods, or if you're looking to make a a model for Dungeons and Dragons or toys. So you have all these different kind of categories that you can look through and select these different materials. And it's a great way to get started without buying a printer. So you just upload your file. It takes a couple of weeks, and then they mail you the finished part. So definitely check out these websites. So once again, it's shapeways.com. You want to go to 3dhubs.com, which is the Forms Lab. Actually, not that one. That's going to be Form Lab, right? Form Labs. It's formlabs.com. Yeah. Okay. And then the other one is going to be the Solidscape, solidscape.com. And just take a look at these websites, go through their videos and get a better understanding. I highly recommend it for you to do some research on these printers so you get an understanding of how you want to output your designs, going from basically the digital world to reality. All right, Mayfield. Ready for some questions? You got any questions for me?
No, not about what you just showed.
Okay.
I did have that one question about the homework.
Okay. But before we talk about the homework, the 3D printing, definitely check out shapeways.com, because you can send whatever designs you want that we're designing here to them to 3D print until Isles buys me the 3D printer that they're supposed to buy. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And I print for you. Until then, send it to shapeways.com.
When I went to draw my line that would be the shank. So when I click on, oops, I already did that wrong. Go to interpolate points. So I was starting here. And then see how it's not it's sticking to the line. It's not letting me go.
You have, I think, ortho turned on. Yeah, you see on the top, you see where it says ortho? Turn that off.
Oh, yeah, okay. I knew it was going to be something really simple. See, right? That already fixed it.
Ha!
That was it.
That was it. You had ortho turned on. Ortho locks into 90 degrees, and you can also lock into 45-degree angles.
Okay.
So that's what ortho does.
Yes. And I suspected, I was like, something is clicked on, and I just don't know what it is.
You want to just keep going? Why don't you give me a break?
Okay.
And show me what you can do. Let's impress the audience with your
Look,
skills.
after I'd watched your video, 7 times, I got pretty good at this. The first time I did this, it took me an hour and a half or something.
Well, it's good to know somebody's watching the video.
And then
This is a pretty unusual way to make a ring, to be honest with you. It's just kind of show you the concepts of flow along surface, and I probably would build the shank differently. It's just
oh, that's all right. No, it was a good exercise.
That's kind of what it is.
Just to see how to do something else.
Right? Now, here, let me stop you right there.
Yes.
Instead of doing that, escape.
Okay.
Escape. Yeah.
Okay.
Now click on the curve that you just made.
Yes.
All right. Go under transform.
Yes.
And click on mirror.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then snap to the middle of no. Go to the up. Go up.
Up. Okay.
Yeah. And there's the mid. Yeah. Snap to that mid. Find the mid. No, that's not the middle. It's a little bit to the left.
There it is.
Okay, left click.
Yep.
Did you click on
return? Oops. No, I did something.
Right.
Try again.
Yeah, try again.
That was transform.
Mirror. Now snap to the start. Yeah, snap. Mid. Yeah, okay. Left click. There you go. Whoop. Okay.
Woo. Now, what the heck? Oh, it's way up high. There it is. There it is.
Okay. Now, yeah. Hold shift and pull down. Hold shift. Yeah. Okay. Left click. All right, now do it again, but now do it now. Select the other one. Select the other curve. Yeah. Hit mirror again.
Okay.
This time, the other line you're gonna do, not the
This
bottom
one
one, to the right, all the way to the right, where the start of that curve is, where the
here.
arrows point. Yeah, right there. Left click
Okay.
on that. Okay. Now, bro. Yeah. Yep. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yep. Shift.
Oh, awesome.
Hold
Oh
shift.
wait,
Yeah.
shift, shift,
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Left
And
click.
then,
All right.
okay.
Now delete that line.
The bottom one.
Yeah. All right. So now that's even. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah, that's cool.
that's precisely even. That was actually the lesson for today. Mirror command. I'm not even joking.
Done.
Done for the day. All right, guys. All right, it's a wrap.
We did it.
We did
Very
it.
cool.
Success. It's over.
Oh, wait. And do you remember I was asking you about how once I had run the pipe function down the rail,
Mm-hmm.
and then right where, once I had wrapped it around the points where it would actually join to become what would be the bottom of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Is this making sense what I'm saying so far?
No.
Yeah.
I just keep going.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you a different way of doing this.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Let's.
already have a better idea how to make this.
Well, do you want to do that?
All right. You want me to?
Your better idea?
You want
Yeah.
me to take over? All right.
Yeah.
So
Take over.
I will take over. So let me request remote control. Request.
Approve. I approve.
All right. So do I? Yeah. Okay. There. I'm good. All right. So let's see. So my better idea was to draw like this. Oops, I'm using the wrong one. It was
Down. The third one
the
down.
third one. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the one. Okay, so thank you.
Well, I've gotten used to the Mac here.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run through the middle like that. You see,
Yes.
and then that's a little wonky. Let me try that again. Right click into bullet points. Let's do it again. I'm going to have to hit it right on the middle, which will be right over here. Put that control point there. And now the next one will come approximately there and wrap that around here like so. Let's move that out a little bit. There, move this one out a little bit here. Okay, let's delete this guy.
Do you want me to delete it?
Yeah, just delete it for me. And delete this one. All right, and let's switch. This color is like, ugh.
To the red?
Yeah, so let's switch that to this layer here. Let me see if I can move object to this layer. So that should be blue now, right? Yeah, okay, blue. Let's change this color to something a little less intense. See, they have limited colors here. Let's try this. That's kind of looks like gold. There we go. That looks like gold. All right. Let's run. Another thing is you can actually, I think you could pipe this now. So solid.
Go up. Yep, there you
Pipe.
are.
And let's do it. It's good size. Okay, cool. Now let's see if this works. Or I can do this way. This might work too. UV, apply UV curve. Select points and planar curves. and apply to surface. Boom. So that worked.
Yes.
Okay, and then now we pipe it. Solid. Pipe. Right click, and did it work? Why is it slow?
Is that just because it's my computer?
It might be. Trying to escape out of it. It's like I can't control it anymore. Oh, there it goes. I don't know what happened.
Is it because I'm controlling it now?
You're controlling it now.
I don't know what happened though.
Just hit enter.
Okay.
Did it crash? Did it crash? Did that just
I don't
crash?
know what happened. Yeah, it's gone. The whole screen.
It did not like that at all.
No, that was not cool. It didn't. You're right.
All
It
right,
didn't like that.
Let's go back to my
Okay. So I'm going to do stop share.
Stop share.
Okay. There.
All right, let me share them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the real rhino. I don't know what the hell I was doing on that other side. What was I doing? All right, so some of the basic things I want to show today. I want to review a couple of things. One of them is, you know, the trim command. So I just made two curves overlapping each other. I'm selecting both the curves and I go over to the trim command. I left click on it and it's going to remove whatever I click on. And now I'm going to right click to end the command. Now these are still not joined together. They're still separated. So then I will select them and hit the puzzle key to join them together. So this is a really, useful, important command to remember. So I just kind of want to do that little review. Also remember, keep your right hand on the keyboard and your right hand on the mouse, left hand on the keyboard. If you're a righty, if you're a lefty, reverse it, but always keep your hand on the keyboard. Don't put it on your lap. Don't fiddle around with it because we've been doing shortcuts. And shortcuts are under the keyboard, under document properties and keyboard, and you have all these different kinds of shortcuts that you can utilize and place. And I highly recommend creating shortcuts when using this software package, just to make things so much easier. One of the other things I like to show is the mirror command. So I'm going to draw one half of a design over on the left side of this center line. And now I'm going to select this object. I'm going to go under transform and I'm going to select mirror, and it's asking me the start of the mirror, and I'm going to hit 0 for the origin point, hit enter, and then hit shift to lock it to the north position and left click to end it. And now you have exactly the same object on the other side. And this will allow you to, make it easier to come up with whatever kind of design you want to do. Another great command that I like to use is offset curve. So say I want to have exactly the same curve but offset slightly. I'll go under the curve command, go under offset, click on offset, and now it's asking me how far do I want it. So let's just say 1 millimeter. And there we go. We have an offset curve right away. And I could just keep clicking on these and creating these offset curves. And this is a great way to quickly work, as you can see. So now I'm going to close it off just by clicking end to end, left clicking, making it with the line tool and just closing that off. Now over here, if I want, I can use another really cool command called blend curves. So under blend curves, we're going to do a quick curve blend. And now it's asking me to choose one point and then the next, and that quickly blends it together. Right click to restart the command. Once again, I'm going to click on one point to the other. And now these are all separate. They're still separate. So what we got to do is select everything and hit join. And now it's together. And now I'm going to switch to the 4 viewpoints, go back to perspective, and I'm going to select the object. And under this surface command, we're going to extrude curve straight. And I'm going to hit one direction, not both sides. I'm going to hit solid yes. And I'm going to say 2 millimeters. And there you go. We just made this object. Now it's in wireframe. So the way we change it, we go under the word perspective, right click on it, and left click on shaded. And now you can see the solid object that I created here. So that's kind of like just a quick review, and also introducing the mirror command, which I think is a very, very useful command. All right, question and answer time. Go for it, Mayfield.
So a shape like this, oh, it could be like a bezel. You
Right.
could put flat metal on the other side,
Or
and
it could, whatever the shape, yeah, it could be like a
Mhm.
stone was a weird shape.
Yeah. Or
And
you
you,
could put like enamel in it,
hmm
something like that. Yeah. Okay.
So now, see, the thing is, you're thinking a little bit too much flat.
Yes.
So I'm going to now take this object, transform, rotate. I'm going to the front view, and I'm going to
Hmm.
go to the center, left click, drag out, and oops, I'm going to do that again. And on the top, I'm going to make a copy where it says copy. You see where my finger is pointing? Click yes for copy. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, right click, and then look what we got.
Oh, cool.
So that's what happens when you constantly working flat. You forget that we're really doing 3D design work here.
Hmm.
And I like working with Lego blocks. So as you saw how I designed it, I started something simple, and then I just kind of, with a quick this and a quick that, boom, it's a 3D object.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's a nice Christmas ornament.
Yeah. Uh, right. So you could
Yep.
put something like this too, like on the ring, like you could set your stone. You making like prongs or
Really,
something.
this is to show you the basic
Just the,
mechanics, the
yeah.
mirror, the workflow. This is not really a
Hmm.
jewelry design. This is just a weird
Right.
squiggly thing that I made. But it's just to kind of show you, how you can offset the curve
Hmm.
to a specific measurement, how you can blend the curves without, with precision, using the blend, quick blend command, and rotating with a copy, so that way it looks like a totally different thing now, right? Like
Right.
this is the original.
Hmm.
This is the original, like, ooh, boring, and then boom, ooh, interesting. So yeah, that's kind of what I was showing.
Awesome.
Yep. So
Mhm.
let's all right, let's go back to some questions that you might have about the lesson, because I don't want to keep going and showing you new stuff, new stuff.
Mm.
Where
Oh, right. Like building off of everything you've taught so far, like combining it all.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's start doing that. Let's start,
Okay.
like, instead of copying exactly the design, like, start, what I like actually for um, the next class is for you to come up with your own drawing
Hmm.
you remember how we did in the first class? We were tracing out an
Yes.
object. Okay.
Right. Yes. Okay.
So I would like to, for the next class, for you to come up with your, with a design using that technique, but then also rotating it like what I just did,
Hmm.
to making it something less flat.
Okay.
So it's not flat.
Okay.
And you can download ZBrush Trial if you want. And I showed you
Hmm.
the export. Oh, you can't export, right?
Right. Because the Rhino version I'm using doesn't allow me to save. So it's
Mm,
like I have to work in one shot. Although I
gotcha.
was able, like today, I was able to just minimize the screen and just keep Rhino open all day long.
Okay,
And
got
then
it.
pull it up for you. But I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think these are the lessons for today.
Yep.
And, next week, like you keep doing, send me the screenshots. Just show me that you use the mirror command. Show me that you use the blend curve command. Show me that you did the offset curve command.
Okay.
And show me that you go into the key, like I made F12 document properties. Go under the keyboard and show me some of the
Oh
shortcuts
my
that.
gosh. I don't know if I can do that. That looks hard to me. That's like techie.
No, see, I'm gonna show you exactly what to do. So for instance, under the
That's like
command line, extrude. You know what? Let's wait till you get the Windows version, because I don't know if maybe the Mac version's different
yeah.
with the shortcuts.
Okay.
I'll let you survive and skip that part of the homework. Any other yeah, any other questions you might have?
No, that's good for tonight. I'm good.
Yeah, I think I gave you a matrix overload.
Yes. Yeah.
And two more classes, so
All right.
let's end it on a good note. And I'll see you next week. Yeah, next week we'll be here.